But the problem is, you see what you just did there is you spiked your cortisol thinking about transgenders.
Will that max anything on me?
No, that's a very catabolic hormone.
It's really embarrassing for Michael Knowles to be humiliated and made fun of by a 19-year-old. Clavicular went on the show with our favorite debate partner, Michael Knowles, the fourth, fifth stringer of the Daily Wire broadcast, after doing a clavicular manslaughter. And of course, Michael Knowles asked him some great questions. Are there any downsides to hitting yourself in the head with a hammer?
Punch yourself in the face?
Yeah.
If I punch myself in the face, I'm going to get like a nice mewed up jaw?
Yeah, according to Wolff's Law, right?
Do you punch yourself in the face?
Yes.
How hard?
Like reasonably. Like
Just your fit.
I like that this is like all it takes is to become a notable conservative figure in conservative culture is to just, like, I don't know, bring about horrifying amounts of body dysmorphia and yes, mainstream 4chan culture as aggressively as you can, and also say the N-word a lot.
I used to use a hammer, but my parents would go into my bathroom and take it away. So that was
You would hit yourself in the head with a hammer?
yeah, I know. It sounds a little silly. Like, people are gonna think I'm trolling, but this is all like on YouTube. Like, you can find this stuff.
I almost don't want to ask. Did it work?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, bone smashing's legit. I mean, you even take a look at like
You think there's a point where, like, these adults, because they are adults, right? You think there's a point where they go, what the f am I doing? Like, this is not how I envisioned my life. This is not how I saw myself doing conservative propaganda. Or you think they're just like eating it up? I mean, this dude is like, this kid is obviously broken. Like, very clearly he is broken. He is a broken child. And you're so desperate for clout that you just have this guy on. And he's over here sincerely telling you he breaks his face with a hammer.
UFC fighters, like, their brow ridge over their career, or x-rays of their shin, and like there's massive amounts of hypertrophy in their bones.
Are there any downsides to hitting yourself in the head with a hammer?
No.
No, he's not trolling. He unironically smashed his face with bones. The boomers have no idea what's coming for them. The Zoomer waffen are real, and they're going to burn it all down. Kiss your 401ks, multiple homes, pensions, and Social Security goodbye, says David J. Riley. To which terminally online engineer response, it's insane how today everything is 4chan downstream culture from 10 plus years ago, which is true. And this is something I noticed as well. A part of that was Twitter for sure. But I think a big part of that was also TikTok, because Clavicular is a creature of TikTok. Like the lookism stuff, the incel community forums, the looks maxing forums, all of that got normalized on TikTok. It blew the f on TikTok.
Don't get a lot of likes and certainly don't get branded.
Well, what are we talking about by hot? Like, good looking? Like, some people think that like Sydney Sweeney is extremely attractive.
I would say, I don't want to scandalize anybody, I'm a married man. I would say Sydney Sweeney is very attractive.
I would say that she's pretty malformed. Her upper maxilla is extremely recessed, right? She's got the eyes of doom with no infraorbital support. She's really not that much of a looker in her face. I think that...
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I don't even know what this is. Like, I can't even be like, that's the gayest thing I've ever heard, because I feel like it goes beyond. You know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I guess he's trolling, I think. Like, half the shit he's saying is a troll, not the hammering his face thing. I just don't know, man. I don't know.
A lot of people with brains find her attractive because of her body.
Hey, I don't have porn. I don't know. Well, you're telling me that that if a guy finds Sydney Sweeney attractive, he's got to have brain?
I think that she's above average in looks, but certainly not that, like, you know.
No, you said she's got a sunken suborbital, I forget the words that you said.
Yeah, she's got a recessed infraorbitals and a recessed upper maxilla.
You're telling me you go to a bar.
I'm just saying she's not the pinnacle of looks that I'm talking about to actually succeed on social media. She's average to above average. I just don't think.
Yeah, all these immediately, like, these guys also have like the updates accounts that immediately get formed, base boosted into oblivion, there's a method to it. I mean, celebrities have update accounts as well, right? And you would assume that they're like fan accounts, but it's not. It's like PR accounts. And these guys do the exact same thing. They just like will get kick clip farmers to boost all of the update accounts and constantly be in the replies of every single other up. Like there's a network of clip farms that boost one another. It's the new meta. And it works. It's very successful in getting you out in front of a lot of people.
I think it's necessarily a bad thing to just advocate for your average person to only concern themselves with their own.
To me, that's the big cope. I agree with many of the observations you're making about the society, but the big cope. You heard this with like the libs when they were trying to push the trans stuff, and they were upset that some of us were pushing against it. And they said, "How does this affect you?" You know, you're walking out. It's basically your society is Sodom and Gomorrah, and they say, "Well, how does it affect you if I decide I want to like castrate little kids in the school and redefine marriage and slaughter babies and sacrifice them to Moloch?" And
is it really a new meta when they've been doing it for a year now? It's been longer than a year, but I say it's a new meta all the time because like it's still not something that people are very aware of, that like all of these like external accounts, all these like periphery accounts will just like be constantly pumping content over and over and over again on these like up and coming creators. And when they're on a live stream, there is a million different interactions that you can sequence out and turn into TikTok clips and and editors get paid, I think like a price. I think it's like $100 per 100K views or something. There's like there's a bounty system. They do it through a Discord where you don't get paid per clip. I'm pretty sure. I think you get paid per view count on clips. I clip for Aiden, I get paid 10K a month. You clip for Aiden, you get paid 10K a month, but you're in here. What the is fascinating. Kai, I love you. Allah is the greatest. It was planned. They know what they're doing. She wants you. Hasan, you have no riz. Okay, I 100% believe this is an Aiden clipper. 100%. Honestly, W Islam.
How does that affect you? You just mind your own business. And I think, how about I don't mind my own business? How about my business is my community and I have a right to enforce standards and norms that are good and traditional and conducive to flourishing? And how about you mind your own business?
But the problem is, you see what you just did there is you spiked your cortisol thinking about transgenders.
Will that max anything on me?
No, that's a very catabolic hormone. So if you're advocating for
I think it's really embarrassing for Michael Knowles to be humiliated and made fun of by a 19-year-old with like severe body dysmorphia and numerous other eating disorders and actual mental health problems. Like you are such a goober, dude. You are such a goddamn loser. You just sat across from this dude. Yes, he's 19. I know he doesn't look it, but he is. That's what happens when you experiment with too many peptides and shit. But it's crazy. It is crazy that a guy who can just like sit there and tell you about sincerely bone smashing his face and upper maxillas and whatnot could just troll the out of you like this, and you just sit there and you eat it.
Hormone. So if you're advocating for people to, go around and, concern themselves with these issues, or go to, like school, like board conferences and like, be outspoken about.
Also, weirdly enough, I guess he's like not anti-trans because it makes sense because he's male to male. This is, I'm, no disrespect to the trans audience members, but like this is male to male transition. Like I think we recognize that, right? Like this is, and it's not like it's gender affirming care, but like it does definitely get to a point where like he unironically, like what he's doing is actually unhealthy as opposed to like the health benefits of gender confirmation. So weirdly enough, while Michael Knowles has spent his entire life shitting on trans people, what this dude is doing is literally the thing he claims trans people are doing. Changing their body and body modifications in a very unhealthy way that'll like their brains or something like that. So the one time he's in front of a person that is male to male and maybe doing a little bit too much gender affirming care, he doesn't recognize how unhealthy that is. Like the driving factor there is so unhealthy. But anytime he sees like the most confident trans person, he's like, "Oh, there you go, another person mentally ill."
That's just largely going to be unproductive. And, it might seem like a doomer mentality, or like, you're just going to let society go to it's like on an individual level, it's not going to be productive
But on a political, right. Well, look, it's been productive in as much as, at least the trans thing, there's so many other problems.
Well, the way
at least
that
the trans things, though, we've kind of won on that.
Well, the way that I see trans is like, that's one more person to mug once they brutally butcher themselves transitioning, you know?
But is it?
If you didn't say the second part of that, that's kind of a funny statement. If coming from a trans person, that unironically is a banger. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that, I can hear, this is humor that you can only craft if you are a trans person. Down to saying the T slur and everything. That's just another person to mog. Yes, this is the exact type of joke that Liv Agar would 100% make.
Person to mug once they brutally butcher themselves transition.
Also, again, not self-aware at all. Oh, trans people are brutally butchering themselves, you say, as you sit there and sincerely defend bone smashing. Yeah, like, I talked about this before, but like, this motherfucker doing DIY shit. He's literally doing like the DIY stuff that trans people in like red states have to figure out because they have no access to gender confirmation, whether it be surgery or even hormones and stuff. And then he's over here being like, well, you know how these transgenders are, f***ing themselves up, their lives up. It's like, no, I think you are. But again, this dipshit, Michael Knowles, is too stupid to understand that he's like making fun of him a little bit. And as long as you like say the right words, as long as you are seemingly making fun of trans people as well, then it's like he's fine with it.
You know?
But is it, I see that.
Like go descend yourself. Like that's fine with me.
Because you're ascending yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna ascend and this person is gonna be a comical botch job, you know? So like that just seems like very logical to me. Like, yeah, go be a trans. Now I mog you to death.
Now isn't,
I just don't.
Again, probably the worst person to be transphobic. Gen Z was a mistake. Yes. Please talk about this man's wardrobe. How the f you worry so much about your appearance and dress like that? He's dressed like a Redditor. He's dressed like Reddit r/male fashion advice from like 2018. He's like, oh, polo t-shirts that accentuate your pectoral area and your shoulders. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you mog people. Yeah. But apparently because like people were because he was on JD Vance, some people are now calling him out saying the tragedy of Clavicular is that his entire persona is a fraud. He isn't a looks maxer, he's a face maxer with subhuman narrow shoulders and inward tilted valgus knees. It is physically impossible for him to overcome his inferior genetics without whole body reconstructive surgery. And let's be real, the reason why this guy is saying that is because he's upset that he on JD Vance, I think. He should dress like you in 2012. Nobody should dress like me. But this fit is so ass. What is this? Clavicular is truly the modern Patrick Bateman.
Who are you?
Clavicular.
Why are you so fancy and popular?
It's because I ran over a guy with my car.
Why? What? Are you going to jail?
Scaring the hoes. Yeah, what's up? I mogged him. I mogged the guy by running over him.
Who are you?
I did a vehicular manslaughter plus 2 PSL. True.
This next election cycle, who's gonna win? It's gonna be Gavin Newsom against JD Vance because JD Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
JD Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So JD's very tall. JD's got to be.
Well, still,
6'2",
6'3". Gavin Newsom obviously.
Bro, this is the gayest person. But it's not even like, I can't even say he's gay because it's like almost not even sexual, the fascination with dudes' looks. It's just, he has ascended beyond just wanting to f a dude. It's something beyond that. I don't know how to describe it. It is so crazy. It's whatever Nick Fuentes is, No, I think Nick Fuentes is just gay, like regular gay. I've seen the way Nick Fuentes was eyeing him down when they did the collab stream together. You know how I used to always joke and say like, oh, working out is the gayest activity you can engage in. The more you work out, the gayer you become. And I used to say like Bradley Martin is way worse than whatever Republicans say is like turning children gay because he owns a gym. This is kind of like the maximalist logical conclusion of this behavior, this tendency.
Dogs him to death.
So you're a Newsom head. You prefer Newsom to the vice president.
I'm just telling you who's going to win.
Do you prefer him though?
Honestly, it's hard to say, but Newsom being that much more.
Why are you asking a 19-year-old who's famous for breaking the bones of his face what his political opinions are, Michael Knowles? What the is happening? God, the Daily Wire is so washed. It's not even funny. It is the most washed institution. It's so funny to watch it happen.
More of a mogger, and like having a president who's like fat and especially that young.
You think I don't think he's fat.
I would say
He's a bigger guy for sure.
Okay, what about Donald Trump?
Sure.
It's just embarrassing. Like, how are you fat and you expect to like lead a country? You can't even be in shape, you know?
So let's say you got a vote. It's 2028.
I'm voting for Gavin Newsom.
You're voting for Gavin Newsom.
You can't be that subhuman.
So hold on. You got all right. Well, this actually is of a thread with the whole conversation because you look at these two candidates. You have Gavin Newsom, worst governor in the country. I think we would all agree, destroyed his state, let its main city burn to the ground because
he doesn't care about any of this stuff. He's talking about how Gavin Newsom mogs, brother. Gavin Newsom objectively something that we've talked about quite a bit. So much so that his like political opposition in the past, when they were trying to dethrone him, the gruesome governor, they were talking about how Gavin Newsom is the type of dude to like your wife. And, there is some truth to that. He has allegedly done stuff of that variety, including the fact that Donald Trump Jr.'s current wife, Kimberly Guilfoyle, used to date Gavin Newsom. And for all the incels watching, when she was peak, bro, okay, when she was peak, when she had like way higher PSL ratings, like she was dating Gavin Newsom. Anyway, then they broke up.
His incompetence is a personal, complete derelict, liar, degenerate, but he is good looking.
Yeah, he mocked her when she was alpha.
Can't you that he's good looking?
Yep.
And it kind of looks like Patrick Bateman, American Psycho.
Hey.
And then you have this vice president to President Trump, the transformative right-wing president in our lifetimes. Who do you support Trump or no?
Glaze, you're dick riding.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got this vice president handpicked by Trump who is extreme.
Also, clavicular, inconsistent. I thought he was consistent. Turns out he's not. Turns out he's actually inconsistent. Let me tell you why. If you think JD Vance is fat, how fat is Donald Trump? Donald Trump is the most fat. Mandela tibular is up. I don't know. He's got a recessed Mandela. I don't know. At least he's over 6 foot though. He's like 6'3", I think. I guess Donald Trump is a little bit of like a looks maxer in the sense that like he also lies about his height and weight. And I feel like that's a looks maxer tendency.
Extremely intelligent, very right wing. I think he's a pretty good looking guy. I don't know, maybe I guess you disagree. But he's all these things, checks all these boxes, would have all these great policies. And regardless, you're going to pick the pro-mass migrant, pro-trans, pro-murder the babies, pro-burn the cities to the ground, pro-BLM Democrat because he's skinnier than the conservative vice president.
100 times over. JD Vance, would he be a better candidate and probably closer to me in terms of policy than Gavin Newsom? Yes, but he's just not going to be good enough to be deserving. I think the right has kind of let.
What policy prescriptions could this motherfucker personally have? What do you mean policy? Oh, JD Vance is closer to me in policy. Like, oh, really? Like what? No, I don't know. The killing migrants or something. Like, explain to me how.
Down the voters for the longest time. So I think I don't really think that right wingers should just give support to these jesters. who continue to underdeliver on their promises. Just let the Democrats win. That's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of just like why I don't support Vance as a voter. But
So you're saying no, they shouldn't vote for any Republican. The right wingers should not vote for the Republican.
Not until the right actually wants to do the things that they're promising.
So is there a candidate you would prefer? I assume you don't actually want to vote for Newsom. Maybe you do. Maybe you are a Democrat. No. Okay. So then who's a right winger you want to vote for? Or maybe there isn't one.
No, yeah, there really isn't one. It's
kind of doomer, isn't it? So now you're saying if you're a real hardcore
dog, you're talking to a 19-year-old who came to fame through what is known as BP edits, black pill edits. Yeah, no he's kinda doomer. He is infertile at the age of 19 due to excessive steroid usage, and he most likely is done at the age of 35. And I mean, like, the amount of lifespan that he shaved off the top is so severe, and you're over here being like, you seem like kind of a doomer. Yeah, man, he's trying to live fast, die young.
I can't even talk to people without some sort of version of benzos. I need prazolam just to be able to have a conversation like a normal person. Is that supposed to be entertaining to you?
Chad, right winger, you should let the Democrats rape your country.
Well, yeah, you kind of have to. Like, that's the accelerationist mentality. Because, like, look, what is the right going to?
Oh my God, the right accelerationist. Hell yeah, new guy invented. Okay, I like this. I take it back. I like this. This is good.
Do other than just like a small win here and like, maybe you overturn Roe v. Wade on like a federal level, but abortion is still allowed, like state to state. So it's like it really doesn't do anything. It's like if these people are just going to like continue.
Maybe you deport 2 million people, maybe.
Okay, but there's still 28 million more, right? So until these people actually want to make changes that matter, right?
I think 2 million.
Clavicular deleted all of his old videos on his YouTube channel of him schizophrenia maxing. I can't tell if you're with me or if that's like a real thing. I feel like I'm too old, I'm too old. I'm too much of a normie. What is it? High tier normie, which means your average looks, but above average. And then what is the tier? It's like low tier normie, high tier normie, Chad light, right? And then Chad. I can't believe schizo-maxing. That's awesome. Stop making me know these things. No, you're going to fucking learn it. Chad Light, Chad, and True Adam. Who's a True Adam? You should not know any of this. Of course I know everything like this. I need to know all the brain rot. I've come to learn Hasan's concept of fun is making us learn about the dumbest people. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's also my concept of this is what I look at when I'm offline. I do genuinely try to figure out like the depths of man. I try to do my very best to understand like exactly where the people are at. Like, what are the depths of insanity?
And people matters. I think.
Does it in a country of how many people? Like, what are we?
330 million or so.
Exactly. So it's like this is we're.
Apologize for this link, but apparently this is a True Adam. Did Clav just get mocked by an unknown True Adam? 41,000 likes. Yeah, this is the guy that walked up to him and was like, "You're a rapist." And then started like vaping in his face or something. I don't know. I saw that. We watched the clip a couple days ago. Wait, what are people saying? Let's see what the cope is. Yo, that's me. Nathan Moggs. Wait, is it actually him? Wait, he's also a mogger? I don't think that's him. The Mog Wars? Oh, that is him. Wow, this guy mogged the out of him, dude. Mandibular. That's how you got famous? Crying emoji for mogging a mogger. This is insanely homoerotic. This is gayer than gay sex. Dude, I don't know. There's not a term for this. No, it's not even, it's something beyond, dude. It's not like, do you guys see what I mean when I look at this stuff and I'm like, it straight up is actually the gayest thing I've ever seen. And I don't mean like it's difficult to describe. This is not like heated rivalry. This is gayer than jerking off to gay porn. Like, this is the sequel to gay. It's something beyond being gay. Is this not JoJo? Kind of, but at least in JoJo they're doing You know, they're fighting each other. They got Satandu, you know, they got stand users and this is like, it's a Mog eat Mog world out there. It is actually so, it's so gay. I don't have the words to describe what I'm seeing. It's dudegenics. I don't understand this. I'm in my 30s and I never felt my youth slip for me until right now. I don't know. It's kind of like ED twit, competitive disorder thinking plus hypermasculine gender dysphoria combined into one. It is exactly like that.
We're not really making any progress here. So
What is this?
for the RNC to just demand voters to continue to show up, for what? Really, it's just that's the cope, right? That's what I'm simply advocating for. Until like the policies change and like the rhetoric is a little better.
How would the policies change? This is what I'm confused about. Is had a Democrat won, it just used this past year.
Why is this guy trying so desperately to convince this deeply unserious boy to vote for J.D. Vance in the upcoming election? We don't even know if he'll make it to 2028, dude. Given the intensity of his drug cocktail, and you're over here being like, come on, man, you have to vote for J.D. Vance. Please stop saying J.D. Vance is gay. Please stop saying J.D. Vance is fat.
Had a Democrat won, we would get, just judging by Biden's policies, it was Biden's vice president who was running, you would add 3 million illegal aliens to the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trump won, not only do you not add 3 million, you lose 2 million. So now you have a net change of 5 million potential foreigners who would be in the United States over the course of 1 year. And you're saying, yeah, it's not good enough.
More guys to Mog, honestly. Yeah, bring him on, dude. I'll Mog all of them, you know? That's not how that works. Nah, dude, bring them all in. I don't give a shit. I'll mog the shit out of them, dude. Yeah, it's a Mog eat Mog world out there. It's the Mog wars. Oh, that's so funny.
Sorry,
It's
Brett.
not. It really is not good enough.
So what are you doing?
He wants to debate on live right now. Debate what? Mogging? Afraid he's gonna mog you? I'm terrified. I'm a 34-year-old man. Let me mute real quick. Hold on. Yeah, he wants to just clout chase. That's what he's trying to do.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm realizing that society is going one direction, and I'm trying to improve myself as much as possible so that I could succeed financially. So that
I'm not having a dude who constantly says the N-word on my live stream Twitch broadcast, chatters. Let's be real. I'm not trying to eat a ban on this holiday season for a kick streamer. You gotta rehabilitate him, brother. There is no rehabilitation happening
I can
here.
improve my status and improve my quality of life.
But
Fair.
what's very interesting about it is by saying, look, not only am I apathetic,
I can't get over this. I cannot believe Michael Knowles is trying to have a serious conversation with this dude.
I want the Democrats to win because they're going to be bad,
Yes.
because they're going to screw up the country,
Yes.
and then we'll have a revolution and it'll be good again.
Right.
What's interesting about that to me is it reflects something quite real and I think quite understandable, which is the alienation, especially among young men, especially among young right-wing men, from the country that at a very...
Oh, I forgot I was watching a white supremacist clip compilation. I was like, that's weird. What the was that? Yeah, there you go. Okay.
high levels in popular media and
Classic.
government has told that group of people that they suck for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That I totally resonate with.
They had to drop in a little slur in there. Just two gay guys sharing their life experiences. Yeah, Michael Knowles did do not gay porn, but he did a little bit of acting, just like all these guys, man. Zoomers would bow to you as their god if they knew you used to look like this. Yeah, that's back before I had the grays too. 2019, baby. Yeah, this is the true. I'm the true looks maxer.